Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. Take your coat off. Come on, let's sit down, let's get comfy. Got a lovely little bit of crafting to do with you today. And I thought we'd stamp directly on the card blank. Look, I love doing this. I don't know about you, I find it challenges me because I'm really frightened of stamping direct on a card blank. You know, I'm a bit funny like that. And these are the lovely circular cards. And they come in 3 colours, and these are the cream ones, look, from Lavinia. Just love them. We use the grey a lot, and I've also been using the white, but today I thought I'd go for the cream. Sorry for the glare on the plastic. And as I say, it's just a lovely fun design, and again, shine brightly little star. I mean, I think this could be a really important card for somebody special, don't you? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pop that over there, and we're going to start with our card blank. And as I say, as always, look, I've stamped a little bit of the design on the envelope, permanent ink, so it won't run. And we're going to use one of our sticker stencils again. I'm really into using these. So this is set 5, and again, it's got our square, the crescent moon, the arch and the circle. And yes, I do want to say the arch window and the circle window, the round window. So we're going to use the crescent moon today, and we're going to use the innie bit. And these are such a lovely size, and they fit perfectly on, oh look at that. You just have to watch for these. You know, I've got an Eric hair there. So those of you that have got dogs and cats will know what that's like. And I've only had these 5 minutes and already we had an Eric hair. Now again, they are sticky and reusable, and I just want to get sort of the angle. And I'm thinking, let's put that there. We'll go for there. And I like that shape, and I think it goes with these circular cards so well. And I'm going for blues, and I'm coming in with the Blue Atoll in the elements. And today I'm going to use a stencil brush number 7, and this is the middle one. I just feel if I use the large one, I don't want the ink to cover the whole of the page almost, but I don't want it too intense, the colour. So I don't want to use the large one or the small one. So middle for diddle. The middle one's just the right one today. Again, put some ink in the lid. And I'm going to start here because on my design, I want the darkest of the colour there. So a little tip with any of your masks, stencils, sticker stencils, when you've got the most ink on your brush, that's where you start off, because that's where it's going to be the deepest, the colour. And then as I've got less ink, look, I can just come round to this edge and just follow that round up to that edge. And these stick beautifully, look, so I can really swirl my brush. And can you see how that's really starting to build up? So I'm going to start in this bottom part, because again, that's where I want it the darkest, sort of my shadow. And then when I've got less ink, look, I'll swirl round to this and swirl round. And I'm going to do circular motions now, just to come out a little bit. So we'll start in the middle. And I'm just going to build up that colour. Don't be in a rush. I'm holding my brush very lightly. But I'm always starting in that middle bit and then swirling. If I move my hand out of the way. So can you see I'm looking? Now for me, there's a bit of a space there. So maybe I just need a little bit more colour here. Just so I've got a nice even sort of amount of colour all the way around. So I want to see the edge of the moon, but also I just want a little bit more colour. And again, this is a great way. I mean, I never clean my brushes. If I need to, I'll just wipe it on my Inky Binky. But this is a great way of making sure that you actually use all that ink that's on your brush. Now look at that. I just think that is so pretty. I'm going to put the lid on my ink pad. See those words. I'm glad it's not just me though. Thank you to all the ladies who commented when I was saying that sometimes I just either say the wrong word or I can't think of the word, but I'm glad it's not just me. Right, now to lift these up, obviously we've got little sort of areas at the end, but they do stick well. So my suggestion is bend your card. And if you just tip your card, look how that pops up and then lift it off. Now look at that. I mean, that is going to be so useful, isn't it? Think of all the designs you can put on there. Now I'm putting my sticker stencil on my mat to give it a quick wipe with just a damp cloth and then dry it with my Inky Binky. And then once it's dry, again, just lift up, there we go, and then back onto the carrier sheet, and that way it'll keep safe. Hopefully there's less chance of getting anything on the back of it, such as an Eric hair. And I'll know where it is, because like I said before now, if I've put these down, if you're not careful, they can get under the base of things, and you know what it's like. The number of little mini stamps that disappear. And I know you're like me, they just seem to walk about, don't they? Or fly about. So I'm going to use Nia, and Nia's lovely. And I'm thinking again, she's just going to fit perfectly on there. But because I want to stick with my blue tones in my VersaFine Clair, I'm going to use two colours, Twilight, and I'm going to come in with a little bit of the Warm Breeze. I didn't want to use black, but I was a bit worried because the thought of stamping a fairy in blue, but Twilight's quite a dark blue. And I did stamp her first on copy of paper just to look. So I just want to get her so she looks like she's sitting on the moon there and she's looking up. It's quite funny, when I was designing this card, all I kept thinking of was, oh, we need a little Highland cattle stamp, and I could do the cow jumped over the moon. So I need to have a word, Tracy. Please come have a little Highland cattle just for me. Oh, she's so lovely, isn't she? And then I just wanted something for her to be looking at. So I went for my Christmas charms. And again, if you're not sure, look, bring in your acetate. And I just thought she could be looking up there at the star. You could use the bauble. You could add some foliage. But I thought the star would just look nice. I'm going to keep to the same colour. Now this, I want to try and get it straight. And I just want to try and get it so she's looking. But you know me, I like stamping on the side, so this is a bit of a challenge. But when I tried it on the side, it was quite difficult actually getting it straight. Smudged it slightly there, but nobody will know. We'll get rid of that, don't worry. And then to add a little bit of something around there, you could leave it like this, but I just wanted to add a little bit of something, and I've gone for the foliage set. This lovely little hanging, almost like a catkin type thing. But I thought that'd look quite magical. Now I am going to turn my card sideways for this. And I'm just going to come in and stamp some first and second generation. And again, just altering the height. But I want to be mindful not to do it all first and second in a row. So I don't want it to look really, really obvious that it's, you almost want it to look a bit random. And we're not very good at doing random, are we? Well, I'm not. See, I'm hesitating there. Right, let me have a look at that. Maybe if I just add a couple from this way. Let's add first, a little second and a third. That's better. That randoms that up. Right, one on there because I want a second. Yeah, that's better. That looks more random. Happy with that. And then what I've got is I've got a lovely little stamp. And this is one of the mini stamps. And it's one of the star sets. Now I've got written on here, star group. Mini star group. We have quite a few different star. In fact, I was amazed how many different groups of stars we've got. It's only when I looked, I couldn't believe how many I had. So you've got a lot to choose from. And again, it's up to you how many you want to add. And I'm thinking again, I like first, but also second and third generation. I think we could possibly even get a fourth. So let's have a... Now, I've done a first off the page, but obviously I can't carry on now because my second would have still some ink there and it wouldn't look right. So I'll do my second on my copy of paper. And let's go for maybe a second there and a third there. And then I want some up here, just in amongst. Right, and I think that's enough. I like that shape. Oh, just one. And I'm just going to do third, just popping in there. Yeah, I like that shape. I do this, you know, I talk to myself. So even when I'm not catching up with you, I'll still be sat here. If anybody hears me, I say I'm talking to Eric. And he's very good. Right, give that a bit of a blot. VersaFine Clair, our slower drying ink. So we'll give it a blot. We'll get rid of the copy of paper. Now, I want to add a little bit of colour, but I don't want to add too much. So I'm going to come in with my clean colour pens. And I've gone for 2 blues. And really, don't be hung up on the actual colours. I just went for a lightish blue and a dark blue. Now, as it happens, this is number 36 light blue and 34 dull blue. Now, I hadn't got a mid one. I thought was going to be good. So if I put the dark at the tip here, look, of her wing, and then I put my light blue, and also this fills in, look, that where her wing is now, so we can't see that blue from the moon. Now I've got a space there that I want in between, so I'm just going to pick some of that dark on my light, and don't worry, it'll brush out, it'll go back, and look, if I fill in that space, it'll blend that dark into the light. And it blends that colour, and if you're worried, just run, look, it's come back to light already, not a problem. And then I'm going to come in with lemon yellow, number 51. And just because my star, and I know there may be some of you that are shouting at me saying, oh, your star's blue, they're not blue. Well, they're magical, but I agree. So, and also look at that bottom bit, nobody will know there. We'll just add a bit of that yellow. And then just on some of these, look, I'm just going to add a little bit of sort of yellow. Now again, if you wanted to add some glitter, some stickles, I'm not adding glitter to this one. I'm going to bring the yellow just on a lovely, look at this. Now, it will almost look a little bit green because of the blue, but I like that sort of tone. Isn't it funny? Sometimes I like glitter, sometimes it's nice to do a card without. Depends what mood I'm in. But also for me, it depends who I'm sending the card to. But what I do want to do, I want a bit of sparkle because it is magical after all. So hence my Wink of Stella. So we'll add a little bit onto the star there, look. And remember, as this dries, it gets more sparkly. I'm going to add a little bit onto her wing, but it will pick up that colour. So again, I'm just going to clean the nib, look. And then on the moon. And this will just add that sparkle, but without actually almost being glitter. I'm just going to turn that round. And we'll just fill in this lovely space here. We'll just go on the edge there and there, round there. And again, just check my nib's clean, which it is. And if I lift this up, now it's not easy to see, but and as it dries, the Wink of Stella will have more sparkle. I'm hoping maybe there, can you get a little bit of it? Look there, just a little. But honestly, It really will, as it dries, be so sparkly. Now, sentiment. On my original, I've got Shine Brightly Little Star. So I've gone for my lovely sentiment stickers here, set 6 look, and we have the lovely vintage in the brown, the black and the white, and this is perfect, I'm thinking, for the white. Now there are so many that would go here. I wondered about a way with the fairies. You see, there are so many that I like. The shooting stars, starlight, share your shine. You see, there's a lot that would actually go. I'm going to have to go away with the fairies because that's lovely for me. Imagine just spending a day up there on the moon or an evening. Now on my scissors again, so I can just decide, and I think, yes, I could put it in the middle. Do I put it? Actually, I'm going to go off to this side a little bit with this one. Stuck very well to my scissors then. And there we go. And then just to finish off, some lovely yellow Posca splats. Now you could leave it like this, you could add white, but I just thought the yellow, with having the hints of yellow, and I'm going to go first just over where my shooting stars are, and over that star. I don't want to overcook it, and then just a little bit round my card. I don't want to go over near. She doesn't want any yellow on her. And there we have it, look. And for those of that you will ask if there's anything on the inside of the card, look, nothing has gone through, none of the colour, so it's perfectly fine to stamp. Now I just need to wipe this up because there's a little bit of Posca gone on there. And you know what will happen if I put my card down, I'll get it on the back. That's all nice and dry now. So here's the one I'd already created with our lovely envelope. And like I say, we've got so many stamps that would work so well with this. You might be able to see the shine more on that one, because as it dries, as I say, the Wink of Stella does shine more. So I'm hoping you like this idea. Now, I can't wait to see what you create. So do me a favour, have a go with the crescent moon, and then look what stamps you've got. Pippin, he'd look lovely sat there, wouldn't he? What do you think? Now, what could he be looking up at? Those cheeky mice. So many things. You could make it completely festive. Imagine turning this into a festive, adding some of our lovely pound holly, mini holly stamps there, and the berries. I'm going to leave it with you. As always, can't wait to see what you create. And for those of you, now a couple you have mentioned that you've just had a bit of a difficult time, and round about this time of year, you've got memories that are a bit hard and you struggle. So if you're one of those ladies or gentlemen, honestly, we're here for you. And I'm just going to send you a big hug. And I'm sure everybody else will send you a big hug too. So remember, you're not on your own. Not with Lavinia. You've got a lovely family here. So you take care, everybody. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.